Hiya fishy folks, and welcome back to Michael's Fish Room. I don't know where you are, but this week it was quite warm here in South Jersey, and that got me thinking about pond season. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Guys, if you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and of course, ding the notification bell so you know when I release a new video or if I ever go live again. So here in South Jersey this week, it was in the upper 60s or low 70s for a few days, and that got me thinking about pond season. And as you know, it's my favorite part of the hobby. However, I think I'm going to be scaling down the ponds this year. As you know, last year I had a heart attack during the summer. Had nothing to do with the ponds, but coincidentally, the day that I had the heart attack, I was setting up 3 new ponds. I don't think it had anything to do with that. I digress, though. So, I think I had like 10 ponds last year, and I was on one side of the backyard, and I started expanding to the other side, and that kind of got upper management a little upset. So we're going to be scaling down. Plus, I really want to focus on some other things, different parts of the business. I have projects down here I want to get done. And, you know, other projects outside besides taking care of ponds. So I've decided, I think I'm definitely going to go with the Mutt Guppy pond system, because you guys know at the end of the season I have, you know, like 1,000 Mutt Guppies to sell. And you guys are looking forward to that, so I got to grow them outside. And then I think I'm going to go with 250-gallon Rubbermaid totes, or Rubbermaid stock tanks, which I have in stock. And I'll probably set up another 100-gallon of Rubbermaid stock tank. So that'll be 3 strains I'll breed outside, and of course the Mutt Guppies. Now, what I want to talk about today is how to pick your stock for breeding. And this could go whether you're breeding inside or outside, but I'm talking specifically about outside. So I've got 3 different guppies here with different traits that I'm looking for, and the first is really one of the most important things and I'm going to get close for you guys can see this hopefully. This is a red dragon female, and I don't know, I hope it's focusing for you guys, but her tail, not only is it huge, but it's very colorful. So is her dorsal. Cover it over here, maybe that'll help. She's getting scared. But that's one of the things I look for, is a very colorful female. Most guppy females are either gray or gold, silver or gold, with very little color. A couple flashes of color in the tail, maybe the dorsal, maybe the pec fins, but she's got a gorgeous tail and a gorgeous dorsal, and her pectoral fins were huge. So that's, like I said, a red dragon female, which I'm out of stock right now on the website, michaelsfishroom.com. Be getting more at the end of the month, though. But that's like the first thing I look for when I'm going to decide what pairs, and out of all my stock, which ones I'm going to try to breed, is a really nice female. Now, some of the other things you might look for are certain traits that you want to breed. A big tail, a big dorsal, certain color combinations. As you know, even if a guppy breeds true, there is some differences in the offspring. And for a strain to be a strain, people say it's got to breed 80% true. And I mean, I don't know if that's an official thing, but that sounds about right to me. But all the guppies I sell hopefully will breed true for you. If I breed them here myself, they always breed true before I sell them, obviously, or they go in the mutt tank. That's how the mutt tank started, to be honest. But if you're looking for a specific trait, like these are the snakeskin blue tails, and look how big the tails are. So you might pick males here that have a really nice, huge blue tail, and also have that very distinctive snakeskin pattern. Snakeskin blue tails. And I also got a female here just to show you. That female is pretty bland and doesn't have much blue on her. Ooh, that got dark. So you wouldn't pick those guppies by the female like you would with the red dragons, because the females are pretty bland, and even the colorful females were pretty bland. So the last one I want to show you is similar to the snakeskin. It's a red cobra, but look at the tail and the dorsal. See how they match? That is a trait I would look for. I mean, stunning specimen of a guppy here. The story with these guys are I had been looking for red cobras, and my importer and I had talked about it, and he went to a different breeder in the homeland, and he was sent, I think, 25 pairs, and like 15 pairs died in his water. And then when he sent them to me, I think I got 3 pairs maybe, or like a trio and an extra male or an extra female. But they bred in my tank. They dropped fry twice now, so I want to see how they grow out. I've already had to cull out a few. They went into the mutt guppy tank because their tails weren't too nice. Well, they were nice, they just weren't cobras. So these might all end up in the mutt guppy tank outside or inside, but that tail alone, I would pick a male like this just to breed in the mutt guppy tank to see what genetics it can pass on. Now, some of the other things you want to look for, if possible, you want to get virgin females. Now, that's kind of hard to tell if it's a virgin unless you've raised it and you know when it was born and you know it's never been with a male that's of age. But that's something you want to look for. You may look for distinct colors, like I said, patterns, colors, or finnage. Do you want a big tail, a small tail? Do you want ribbon, non-ribbon? Those are some of the things to look for. Of course, if you're doing albinos, you want both albino parents. But that's kind of how I go about picking stock for my outdoor tubs. And when I buy breeding stock, specifically to breed indoors, the same thing. Now, again, a few reminders about breeding. Whether it's indoors or outdoors, I always like to use a sponge filter. I put Java moss or some other floating plant that Keith from KJE Aquatics has in stock, because that's where I get all my plants from. And usually 1 or 2 males to 4 or 5 females is kind of what I go with. When I do mutts, though, I might just take a bunch of random females and throw them in there with 1 or 2 males and see what happens, because they're going to just start dropping fry pretty quickly outside. Of course, I'm fine. Of course, with your outdoor ponds, you actually don't have to feed them, but I always do because I breed for profit outside, so you want to think about that too. So again, quick breeding, sponge filter, lots of places for the guppy fry to hide, good food and lots of it with good clean water. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what 3 strains you think I should breed. Go to the website, michaelsfishing.com, look at all the strains I have, and let me know down in the comments below what 3 strains you think I should breed in my outdoor ponds this year. Have a great day, everyone. So, hiya fishy folks, and welcome back to Michael's Fish Room. I don't know where you are, but here in South Jersey, it's been quite warm this week. For sake!